are listening to the KRCA Podcast, brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.
Hello everyone, welcome to episode 16 of the KRCA Podcast. I'm your host, and I'm also known as Quiddy Quits. And we also have a guest for this episode.
Hello, I'm Thakkar, a speedcuber from Mumbai, India. I have a YouTube channel called Thakkar with over 1,000 subscribers, and my main event is 2x2, in which I global 1.7.
Thanks for joining.
No problem. Let's begin.
Also, if you guys do want to check out his channel, I will put it in the description for you guys who want to see it.
Thank you.
Okay, so I guess let's move on to the comment section. So we got 4 comments. Ram actually advertised the podcast in a community post, so we got some people to comment to that. So this one's from Karthik Somanathan. Do you think 2x2 is luck-based?
According to me, I think I might have a hot take on this, but I don't think it's very luck-based because it's too scramble dependent. That's the point. If you look at Worlds, for example, everybody gets the same scramble, so there's no luck aspect involved for anyone and bad luck for anyone else. It's just scramble based. Mostly everyone will have the exact same solution. If you look at 4x4, for example, someone might get OLL parity, someone might get no parities, someone will get double parity depending on the way they pair up their edges, and they have no way to predict it. But 2x2 is not luck based because it's a scramble dependent event, which means that everyone will have the same solutions, and it just comes down to your TPS and how good your turning is.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I think it is luck based in a way. If you're in the same heat as someone and then it's kind of even, if it's 2 people on a comp in the same heat, that's pretty even if they get the same scrambles.
That way, yeah, of course.
I think also some of the other events like Pyramids and Scuba is quite luck based in a way where you could get 2 different groups in a 2 different heats in a group, 2 different rounds, and they can get different scrambles, but that's in the same round. So that could be a bit luck based, where one set could be very easy, one set could be really hard in a way.
That's of course very true, and of course the 2x2 single is probably the most luck based thing, because Pyramids it's if you can turn better, you might get a better single. Cube it's if your finger tricks are good, but 2x2 anyone can turn an n by n puzzle. So if you get a 4-mover, you're pretty much sorted for a good time.
Yeah, so I'm going to use the Cube woodwork as an example here. At Worlds, there were maybe 15, 16 groups or so. I don't remember how many there were. But one of them had a UPIM, the rest didn't. So in a way, it's kind of like that for 2x2 as well, with 4 moves and stuff.
UPIM is obviously very easy to execute, but let's say someone gets 3 moves to a sledge, which is 7 moves. Not everyone can one look and recognize it.
Yeah, but let's say one of the scrambles is maybe just a JPIM or something. I don't know if that's actually happened.
It's possible, but it's not happened and probably won't happen.
Yeah, but if it's just something that's very, very recognizable for everyone, maybe just a PLL case or something like that, then it could be luck-based, and there are lots of scrambles that do happen like that. But I mean, if you're not great at 2x2, you don't actually really practice much, and I guess it's not overly luck-based in a way.
That's true.
But you can get easier scrambles in some ways. In one group, there could be bars in all of them. One of them might have no bars, and that could still make a big difference, even if you're not great at 2x2.
Absolutely, I see where you're coming from.
So I'd say it is luck-based in a way.
In a way, but in other ways, it's probably the least luck-based. If you're looking at a big competition like Worlds or something.
I mean, for finals, it wouldn't be that luck-based because everyone's getting the same scrambles generally in finals. But maybe not at Worlds, but
actually that's kind of true, because some people who were in the second heat of 2x2, some of the top 2x2ers didn't get into finals because the scrambles in the second heat were considerably worse than the first heat as well. So
yeah, that's what I was thinking about, how it would change that. Yeah, and for actual finals, I guess it's more fair. So I think for the podium, if you don't podium, it's not really because the scrambles are bad. It was bad for everyone if that was the case.
Exactly.
For previous hits, trying to make finals could be a lot harder because of that factor.
Yep, exactly. I think that's pretty much good enough then.
Yeah, so you think it's luck-based?
Overall, yes and no. It's a vague answer. Of course, we discussed everything.
Yeah, I'd say 2x2 per cube can be very luck-based.
And squan in a way as well, because squan is also scramble dependent, depending on cube shape and CSP. That's more if you're advanced. But
Oh, yeah. I mean, cube shape can change a lot for beginners as well.
Absolutely.
But, I mean, it won't change your cells too much, honestly. Yeah, okay, so final verdict on that is that 2x2 is luck-based. Another question from him is, do you believe that getting sub 15 is hard? I'm assuming on 3x3. So I would say, I mean, it's hard when you're not sub 15.
Exactly. It depends on the amount of hours of practice you put in and all that kind of stuff. Like back then I never cubed seriously, so it took me a very long time to become sub 15. So it really depends on the hours you put in and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, you do have to practice quite a bit for sub 15, and I didn't do this, but I'd say learning algorithms and stuff and like finishing OLO, which I only did very recently after 4 years of cubing.
I haven't finished OLL yet. I have a few algs left, but yeah.
I'd say you should learn all the non-dot cases before you're sub 15.
Exactly.
Because I wish I did earlier, honestly. Because I've only just finished dot cases recently, and I think I learned all the I learned all the non-dot cases not even that long ago either, maybe a few months ago.
I see.
So
sub 15 is hard, but like only if you're not sub 15, it's obviously gonna be hard. You have to put in the hard work and the effort, but it's also pretty simple. Once you're secured sub 15, you can obviously easily get it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, it is pretty hard once you just like, you need to practice quite a bit for it.
For consistency. Actually, fun little story I want to tell you guys. Back in 2018, I averaged around 16 on 3x3, and in round 1 I got like a 15 average, and I'm like, wow, I don't think I'll beat it for a while. Then they announced an extra round of 3x3, and I actually got a sub 15, my first sub 15 average with a sub 12 single when I was averaging 16. So that was really cool for me. But nice. Yeah, I couldn't get consistently sub 15 for a while actually.
I think I got a 16 average when I was averaging 21 in 2018.
That's very lucky.
It's pretty funny. And I got a 14 single. It was weird. Because I think I wanted GDS3 in that comp, but it just made my times way faster. It's funny.
What cube did you have before that?
Might have been the GAN cube, GAN 356, yeah.
I see.
I don't remember my main before that actually. Oh no, sorry, GDS2 it would have been.
GAN cubes are kind of overrated.
Yeah, they are honestly. I'm not sure about the new one actually.
11M Pro, no, I haven't tried that.
I think Jasper said that it's a lot better. I mean, obviously it's over $100, but I think he said that, and maybe the SM are the only I consider good GAN cubes.
I see, of course, but all of the top cubers, most of them actually use GAN cubes, so I don't know if we are the few who don't like it, but yeah. In the top level, it seemed good. And of course, I think the WRM is like an equally good option for like half the price.
Yeah, I don't know if it's equal. I haven't tried the new one. I really want to, but
same. The $11
is a bit pricey. Yeah,
quite pricey actually.
Yeah. Okay, so back on topic, sub 15 can be very difficult.
But if you practice, you'll get it.
Yeah, like I think when you started to like actually start learning stuff and not just just practicing would be around sub 12, sub 11. You can't really, it's just start learning stuff at that point. So
exactly.
I'd say do it earlier, you'll improve faster. If you're really lazy like me, I guess you can just practice and get faster in sub 15, but there's not much point in that.
Exactly. I don't really do much 3x3. Like I want to become better at 3x3 and stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, so it's kind of hard to practice 3x3 sometimes once you just don't know what to do. Okay, so another question from Karthik is your least favorite event other than OH?
Yes, I can tell you that it is 6x6.
Wait, was this question targeted towards you? Like, do you hate one-handed?
I hate one-handed the most.
Okay.
Like, and then after that, I hate 6x6. 6x6 is just so irritating. The inconsistencies I have in my solves, oh my god, I just don't like the event.
Yeah, 6x6. It's okay to practice sometimes. It's just not really annoying when it pops all the time and then you get double parity.
Triple parity, actually.
I think
there's a 1 minute
edges
difference.
are okay. Triple parity, yeah.
There's a 1 minute difference between when I get no parity and when I get triple parity. And sometimes my centers, I just forget those commutators, and I just don't like 6x6. I'm not motivated to practice it unless comms come back, of course. And of course, the fact that the hardware is pretty bad. MGC6 is actually much better than other 6x6s, but it's still not like as good as the MGC5 or 7.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I practice a bit of 6x6. I use the MGC. I usually only do it at least once a week for the speed sawing really gone. I don't know. I used to find it more fun than 5x5 actually.
Oh no, I can disagree with that. I'm sorry.
I find 5x5 way more fun now. I practice
That's good. What's your average?
Sub 140ish usually.
And like I wanted to also say like Pyramids is one of my least favorite events, but now I actually kind of enjoy it after I learned L4. No, I went to the post office yesterday and they said it's lost. Too bad.
Oh, wait,
I'm not even getting.
Do they not care?
I'm not even getting a refund. They don't care because mine was an ordinary post. So, yeah, that's the Indian government for you.
I mean, so you do like Pyro, I guess?
I learned intuitive L4. I guess that's an okay method. I'm averaging like around the same as what I did with LBL, but I'm just way more inconsistent. Because like some scrambles, if the V is incredibly hard to build, or some scrambles when I can't recognize the L3 case, it's kind of bad. But like I'm inconsistent. Sometimes if I get lucky with the V and I get a good L3 case, I can get like 1s and 2s. But other times when I can't predict, or if I misturn a tip, I can get like a 10 or a 12. So it's very inconsistent. I just don't like inconsistency in events, which might sound a little ironic because I practice 2x2, but like 2x2 is like actually fun because I one look the solve and stuff. I can't do that for Pira.
Yeah, I wish I could one look one of the shorter events, honestly.
Can you one look clock?
No, I don't think anyone can one look clock. I one look one side usually in a way. Like one cross, but
I just one look one edge piece on the clock. Is the Chi clock like any better than Lingao M?
A Chi clock?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I find it a lot better than the magnetic Lingao. Like I used the Chi clock for a few days, and then I tried the Lingao again. It was horrible, like way worse. I don't know how I even averaged like sub 7 on that, or like nearly sub 7 on that.
I swear.
So yeah, it's really weird. But the Chi clock is way more fun to practice with now.
Of course.
One thing I want to mention about the Chi clock is that it slows down quite a lot once you start using it.
Oh, what? That's strange.
I mean, you get used to the slowness once again. It still seems really fast, but it does slow down, and that's kind of annoying because it gets way more way to practice.
No, but like, is it like, I don't know, is it like inconsistent? Can you lube it or something to make it better again?
You can lube it with apparently like a drop of DNM or maybe Traxxas. I did make a reassembly lubing and teaching tutorial, which I'll check in the description if you guys want to see it.
Yep, I'll check it out. But yeah, I don't know if I'll buy the Chi clock. I was gonna buy one from SCS, but after GAN Pyramix got lost, there is no way I'm getting anything unless I go to the US.
Yeah. I mean, I'd say you should still get the Chi clock if you can.
I'll consider it. Maybe after comps open up.
Okay.
Back to the question, least favorite event, it's 6x6 and it was Pyramix but not anymore. I actually kind of enjoy it.
I'd say like multi-blind in a way.
I haven't done any of the blind events, so I don't want to comment on them.
Actually, I won't say multi-blind, I'll say FMC.
FMC, oh that's also a boomer event. I used to really like it. I don't know what happened.
Yeah. No, FMC is like, I've done it at comps, sure. I think I'm doing 3 attempts at nationals. Or was it 1 attempt? Maybe 1 to 3 attempts at nationals somewhere.
I haven't competed officially in FMC in almost a year now.
I think my last attempt was Was it Nationals? Nationals 2019? Oh, yeah. So like a year ago, I competed in it.
Mine was at my own competition, January 12th. I used to really like FMC at a point, but like I just gave up. I just didn't find it more interesting than the speed solve events.
Oh, okay.
Although FMC can be the most creative event, so that's why I don't really hate it at all. So yeah, maybe I'll get back to practicing it.
Yeah, true. I can see why people could like it, I guess, but it just doesn't seem fun to get into.
That's true.
Like the point of speed solving is doing it fast, and doing it just writing out notation just doesn't seem as fun.
Exactly.
I mean, I'm doing a comp to compete. I might as well get some solves that way, but I don't know, I find it fun at comp because it's just a new experience doing it there.
No, but
it
like
seems to work
FMC
like a
at comps
test.
is actually like the best thing ever. Like we normally don't have our FMC Asia and FMC 2019 comps at like a venue. We have it at my friend's bungalow, and it's actually a lot of fun. I actually made a vlog about FMC Asia. We after every attempt we get like a 15-minute break where we go downstairs, roam around, and we are offered like cakes and sweets and goodies and stuff after every attempt. It's a lot of fun. I'll link my vlog in the description below about FMC Asia.
Okay, cool. Okay,
Alright.
so least favorite event. Yeah, so you said 6x6.
Yep.
I'll go with FMC. A question from Kiwi Cuba is Adrian better than Ben in comp?
One sec, let me look up their WCA profiles. I can comment
Okay.
them. Adrian.
So Ben seems to average fast generally, and Adrian seems to have better nerves. I don't remember. I think Adrian won last nationals actually. I'm pretty sure, but I don't know. I think Adrian's practicing more than Ben, mainly because he's younger, like a lot younger, and he hasn't had university or anything. I'd say Adrian could easily win nationals. I don't mind if either of them win because they're both in the spring team. And
Oh, is this 3x3 only, or is it like every event?
I'd say 3x3 because Adrian only practices 3x3 by the looks of it. And some mega leagues.
Looking at it, Ben Kirby's results
He's
seem...
good at everything.
Actually,
He just
wait.
always invites.
For 3x3, both of them seem about the same, but for
Yeah.
for every other event, Ben Kirby is obviously a lot better.
Yeah, I think Adrian got a 7.51 average, which is 0.01 off NR average. Kind of
Yep.
unfortunate.
750, and his single, I feel bad. He doesn't even have a sub 7 single, but he has a
Oh.
701 single, 751 average. That's kind of depressing.
Honestly, I think Adrian's going to sweat it before nationals and then probably win. So I'm going to say Adrian's going to win.
Yeah,
I don't
definitely.
really know either of them or how they perform at comps and stuff, but who do you think's going to win based on their results?
Like consistency wise, Adrian looks a lot more consistent than Ben, I'll be honest. Ben has a few 9s and 8s and 10s. Adrian is
Yeah.
like consistently 8 and low 9.
Okay.
In terms of 3x3, that is. Ben is a lot better with every other event.
So you think Adrian's going to win?
Yeah, let's see though. Depends on, I don't know how nervous they get or what kind of nerves they have, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go with Adrian. I'm sorry, Ben. I don't mind if either of them win. They're both my friends and they're both in the team.
Alright,
Okay.
next.
Let's move on to the debate segment, which is basically the comment segment, except different opinions, and they didn't come from viewers. Which New Zealand Cuba will get the next World Championships podium, and in which event?
I think it'll be Jasper for Pyraminx or Dwayne for Cube. If you look at
I'm not
Dwayne's
sure.
official average, it's better than the world's winning average.
So, yeah, I'm not sure about Dwayne or Jasper, like which one. I think it'll be one of them. Jasper, I feel like he could, with an average at home. I think his nerves would be too much at Worlds to be able to get top 3.
He has time to work on those, obviously.
I think Jasper's nerves would be too hard for him at Worlds. I'm just saying that.
Hopefully
His nerves
not.
are much
but-
better than mine.
yeah.
I'm not saying anything about his nerves being bad. But he's very shaky during Pyraminx at small New Zealand comps.
Oh, so Worlds would be something else. Looking
Yeah,
at
I think
Dwayne,
he
he's
just-
actually
yeah.
very consistent, I'd say.
Dwayne doesn't get nervous at all at smaller comps, really. I'm not sure about Worlds. He might get a bit nervous, I'd say.
No,
But he
Dwayne.
can definitely have a much
No,
higher
Dwayne
chance.
looks like a very good candidate for this cube podium. Jasper, if he works
Yeah.
on like, I don't know, what is not good about his pyramid solving. I'm not good at
I think
that.
it just be his nerves, honestly.
That's his only problem, exactly. So if he works on those nerves and maybe brings his global averages down, then he can also pull it off. But Dwayne seems like the best candidate. Another one, I don't know if Tom Nelson maybe for Big Blind.
I'm not going to count Tom because he already won Worlds once.
Of course, but yeah.
It says what she's doing, will get the next Worlds podium. So I'm going to say that Tom won't really count in the situation because he definitely can.
And when it comes, I want to also mention this. Tim XI, I don't know how to pronounce his last name properly.
Tim Shee.
And Lucas, apparently they are pretty good at 2x2. I think low to high one. So like once again, it depends on scrambles and nerves. But like maybe they could, any one of them could pull out like a 2x2 podium. I don't know.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I'm going to stick with Dwayne. I think he's the best nerves out of all those options. And he's really good at not just skew, but he's also good at like one-handed, square one, 3x3. I mean, 3x3 podium would be hard for him. But one-handed.
I was wondering,
Yeah.
what about that
on.
one? What's his name? James McDermott for Megamix.
Oh. I think he's going to get his NR taken soon, possibly. I mean,
Why?
I think he's pressing now. So Alexander is like, he's quite young and he's already really good at Megamix. He got a counting 41 at the last
That's
round.
pretty good actually.
Yeah. And
Excuse
NR
my
is
dog in the background.
It's 44.
I don't know if y'all can hear him.
Okay. I'll say he could get a world's podium eventually. Like he's going to get really good if he keeps practicing. So
Yeah, that's true.
I'm going to say Dwayne, but in which event I'm not sure. I'm going to stick with Scube because
Yeah,
that's
same. Dwayne's cube. I totally agree with that.
Okay.
Maybe if Jasper works on his nerves, he can also pull out Pira. But Pyramix, as I've seen over the course of this pandemic, people have gotten so competitive in Pyramix. Like every other person you ask, what's your main event? They're like Pira. Oh, Pira. Like, my goodness, it's just insane. And surprisingly, not as much in 2x2. I expected a lot more people to like get into 2x2, but there are just like 2-3 who I can name from the people who I speak to.
True. I mean, 2x2 was very out-based, so...
That's true. Pyramix, though, very, very cool to see so many people get into it. Like Stian, Nistad, and then Dylan, Kosin, Harsha. Like everyone, once they get back to comps, it's just going to be like a race to sub 2.
Yeah, true. It depends whether people are willing to just practice during lockdown or just load out during lockdown, basically.
And especially John Gaynor. John Gaynor is also practicing incredibly hard. Actually, he pulled out a few sub 2 averages in his Adani League match, which is like a monkey league thing. He pulled out 2 or 3 sub 2 averages, if I'm not mistaken. And most of them were like low 2, and the worst one was probably mid 2, high 2. I'm not sure, but yeah, he's also pretty good.
Doesn't Zane Kanadi average like sub 1 now?
On 2x2?
Yeah.
No, he doesn't average sub 1, obviously. He's told me he's global. I'm not sure if he wants that to be said out loud. But yeah, he doesn't average sub 1.
Okay.
I think the best one can actually possibly global is like 1.2 to 1.4. I don't think anyone can get much better than that.
Alright, so I guess we've gone with Dwayne with Cube.
You are listening to the KRCA Podcast, brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.
Okay, so let's move on to the guest questions. So, Ram, how do you find a way to learn a lot of 2x2 algorithms? Like, kind of learn them in bulk in a way?
So I don't learn them in bulk. I like taking my time, going as slow as possible. I ensure I have an alg perfectly written down perfectly and then executed properly, and I have it properly in my brain. Whereas if I one look a solve and I see that case, I can execute it perfectly. I like keeping that alg, which takes around a day or two. So I like learning only 2-3 algs every day or two, and then keeping them in my memory for around a week, then continuing. I like going slow. I'm not a fast alg learner at all.
Okay.
In a way that's actually very effective. Because as soon as I learn off the set, I see an instant drop in my global.
And that's once you learn algs and stuff. Yeah, I probably need to learn about how to do that better because I learn algs very slow.
But you have clock, which is an intuitive event, so like that doesn't really matter much for you.
Yeah, true. And I need to learn CLL again. I forgot some. Okay, do you have any tips for getting sub 2 or low 2 on 2x2?
So like long term or a short term, like just for a comp?
I'd say long term.
So for long term, if you want a global like sub 2 consistently and get like sub 2 and low 2 averages throughout, I'd recommend learning CLL, EG1 and perhaps even EG2 for consistency, and then practicing 2x2 like often. Like if you don't practice enough, you'll eventually end up forgetting all the algorithms. So to retain the algorithms, you must practice. And of course, one looking is probably the biggest factor. It's like if you don't one look, you're not going to get beyond mid 2 on 2x2. So one looking is key, and of course having finger tricks that aren't terrible. Like if you're not doing double flicks for soon, for example, that sucks. So yeah, just have good finger tricks. I should probably make a video on having good finger tricks on 2x2.
It's probably a good idea actually, because
there aren't any on YouTube as far as I'm aware. And if you want to be even better than sub 2, like 1.7, 1.6 global, invest your time in alg sets such as TCLL, LEG1, and if you want to get like Zain Kanani, Anthony level, I guess learn LS. Although Anthony, I don't think he knows too many alg sets. It's his TPS that keeps him going. But if you want to be like Will Callan or Zain Kanani, you'd better learn LS, TEG2, and there are so many algs you can learn.
Yeah, you can probably learn a lot more actually. Yeah.
If you want to be 1.4 global, of course.
So like you said before about retaining algs, I have learned some CLLs ages ago. And I did so much 2x2 practice and I should have had those like forever stuck in my brain. But you do forget them. I've forgotten a lot of the ones I should have easily known back then.
Oh, that's strange. If you've practiced and you've forgotten them, then I'm not sure. Because I've never taken like a huge break from practicing 2x2 because it's always been like my main event.
Yeah, I just stopped practicing 2x2 a bit. So I'd say just keep practicing a fair amount, even if you don't really want to do 2x2 as much. Just keep doing it maybe a few times a week.
Yeah, exactly. Like even like an average of 5 every day, average of 12 every day would barely take like 15-20 minutes, and that's actually the higher end. It can even be done in like 10 minutes, and just an average of 12 a day to keep your algs in your brain. An average of 12 a day keeps the alg forgetting away.
Yeah, I just stopped doing 2x2 at that point.
Like, so if anyone wants to be like, let's say low 2, sub 2 on 2x2 consistently, CLL, EG1, EG2, and learn and keep practicing, and one looking of course. And if you want to be like 1.8, 1.7, those 3 sets will be enough, but just learn AUFs, how to predict AUFs.
Okay.
Also, one more thing I wanted to say, if you guys want to be like sub 2 short term, I think CLL and EG1 will actually be sufficient, and even without AUFs, because you can just get a good set of scrambles at a comp, and then if you know only CLL and EG1, you can probably get that sub 2 average and then just quit for good if you're just doing 2x2 for SOR. My first ever sub 2 average fail was with only CLL. Like I'll tell you my times. I had a 4, then a low 2, and then a 1, and then another 1, and then last solve was like 4 moves into F sexy F prime. I got incredibly nervous and got a 5.
Oh, right. Yeah, I did bad in those good scramble as well. It was like 2 moves to a YPM and I got like a mid 2.
That's alright. So if you want to be sub 2 short term, CLL EG1 is good enough. Maybe even only CLL, but you'll have to have a lot of luck for that.
Okay, so let's move on to the Nationals podium predictions. So we were planning to have a couple more people here, like Dwayne and Jasper or whatever, but they couldn't come for this episode. So I think you know a fair amount of New Zealand cubers and what they're good at.
I know quite a few of them. I mean,
I think you might be okay with this.
1 sec. Let me just load up my WCA so I can just refer.
Okay.
Okay, so for 2x2, Lucas and Tim are guaranteed podium spots. Third place, I honestly have no idea. Maybe anyone who... The third spot is up for the taking. Liam, you should practice and take it over, I guess.
No, I'm not going for next year. Tim and Lucas, I'd say, would be first and second place. Probably the order of Tim and then Lucas.
Whoever.
I'd say Adrian third. He's been practicing a bit of 2x2, I think.
That's possible, but and then again, 2x2 is on nerves, TPS, not so much.
Yeah.
And scramble dependent.
It's very hard one to guess.
Yeah. So yeah, Adrian, I guess, is fine. Tim and Lucas. Third spot is actually in for the taking, I guess.
Yeah, basically. I think you still need like a sub 3 average or some sort though for nationals.
Sub 3, anything will kick you in for a podium.
Yeah, honestly, Alexander could take that too. He practices a bit of 2x2. I think he get like a mid 2 average maybe.
Alexander Vuj, I don't know. Yeah, that guy. 2.8 average. Not bad.
Hey everyone, it's Mike from speedcube.co.nz here, interrupting for just a second to give you a little lesson on how to say Alexander's last name. Because this isn't just about Ram, no one knows how to say Alex's last name because it's a bit of a tricky one. Okay, it goes like this, say it with me. View, as in, oh, that's a nice view, and sitch, as in, well, that's not a word. It's like an abbreviation for situation. View, sitch. Alexander Vucic. Easy. The more you know, the more you grow. Now on with the podcast.
Okay,
so that's... Want to move on to 3x3?
Okay, so Adrian and Ben, I'd say, are good contenders.
Yes, same.
And then for third place, actually Dwayne looks like a pretty good, I don't know, if he practices 2x2, he can easily, 3x3, sorry, he can easily take over that third spot.
Yeah, he definitely could. I think he has like a few subs.
Who's your NR holder? Simon Gietzma.
Yeah, so I think he got that in America.
Okay, so
he hasn't got many comps anymore.
Okay, so I'm assuming he's not coming. So I'd say Dwayne actually has a good chance for that fourth spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Adrian and Ben, or Ben and Adrian.
No, whoever, and Dwayne.
And yeah, I'd say Dwayne. Third spot. Also, we're just talking about New Zealanders, by the way. If there's any other people coming from other countries, it doesn't count.
Of course. Okay, 4x4. Ben. Probably Ben could be.
Maybe James somewhere as well. Ben, then James. Or with Finn, I'm not sure.
Third place, I honestly have no idea. Who is Finn Trass?
He has, I think he's in our average.
Yeah, he does 29. He has the only sub 30.
Yeah. And the only New Zealander to make finals at Worlds.
Ooh, that's cool. Yeah, I think Ben, James, and I don't know about Finn actually. Let me just.
I might say Ben, Finn, and James.
Yeah, whatever order.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the order. Okay, 5x5.
Ben.
I might say Ching somewhere actually. Ching's been practicing 5x5 a bit.
But Ben is like 10 seconds faster officially.
Oh yeah, Ben's probably gonna win that, definitely.
Then that Cheng guy who you're mentioning. Dwayne is actually NR2. He has a good shot. Dwayne can actually get it. He's NR2. That's a good chance, I guess. I don't really know.
Yeah, I mean, I think Dwayne's faster than Ching by a bit, but Ching's been getting sub 1s a fair amount.
So
yeah, I think Dwayne is an average officially.
So Ben, Cheng, and Dwayne.
Yeah, I'd say that order.
6x6, I'm assuming Ben is gonna come at the top of the rankings again.
I'm just gonna say 6 and 7 together here, honestly.
Yeah, 6 and 7.
It's pretty similar, and yeah, I mean,
very similar.
It's still a very similar order. I mean, actually, for 6x6, Dwayne doesn't really practice 7x7 at all.
Yeah, so 6x6, Ben, of course, on top.
Yeah.
Second would probably be Dwayne again, I guess. Not sure.
And 6x6, I think. He has a good chance of doing that.
He
wasn't far off.
Who do we give a third place, though? I have no idea.
Alex Asbury, probably. Actually, I'm not sure who's gone to nationals, like who was going.
What about Tom Stanton Barnett?
I don't think he's going.
Okay, so once again the third spot is in for the taking.
No, I'd say Alex. Honestly.
If he's coming, then yeah, Alex seems like.
He's a delegate, so yeah, he's definitely going.
Oh, okay, my bad. Okay, 7x7. Ben first. I don't know. Why does
I'm gonna
Ben
say
show
Ben,
up so much?
Ben, Alex, and then Dwayne. I'd say.
Does
Change
Dwayne do
up.
7x7? Just a moment, my WCA isn't loading anymore.
Dwayne has I think Dwayne has a sub 2 6x6 single officially. He hasn't even practiced 6x6.
So
He has
Ben,
practiced 5x5.
so Ben, Alex, and then who would be third?
I'd say Dwayne.
But he's like
he's probably good at
NR10.
6x7. Yeah.
He's like NR10.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not sure then.
7x7.
grabs, probably.
The third spot is in for the taking.
Yeah.
3x3
Pyramids. I
blindfolded.
wonder who's gonna win that.
Oh, pyramids. Okay.
Jasper, then
Of
Dwayne.
I think
And,
Jasper, Dwayne, and then Lucas.
Lucas didn't compete in pyramids last time, I don't think. He hasn't done pyramids officially since 2018, I think.
Oh,
He got
why?
219 on average and has never competed again.
Why? Just why do people do that?
I know.
I don't know. If he does pyr, I guess he'll get it. Otherwise, I don't know who will take up the third spot.
Yeah.
Who's Benjamin Angrew?
No, he probably won't be there. I haven't seen him in a couple of years either. I'm not sure.
Cheng. He's one with a sub 4 average.
I'll go with Alexander for third as well, because he got a 1.6 at Wellington.
Ooh, actually that's possible, but like it's single, so Alexander.
Yeah, true.
What about Ashley Foster?
Actually, yeah, Ashley third. I want Ashley to get podium more. Oh, actually, I don't know. Other one's fun.
Well,
I think I'm with Ashley more, I think, so I'll go with Ashley.
Ashley seems like it, I don't know. Okay.
Also, I'm not saying Jasper's definitely going to win this, by the way. I think Dwayne still has a good chance of winning at the rate he was.
Definitely. And Jasper
And
gets
you're-
nerves, that's the issue at Nats.
Keep in mind, Dwayne doesn't really practice pyramids. He got a 3.01 average, I think it was. Which is insane. Okay, Scoob, definitely Dwayne.
Yep.
Oh, alright, Zach. I think Dwayne does better at comp and he practices more, so I'm going to go with
Is
Dwayne. and then
Lucas gonna do Scoob?
I don't know if he does Scoob still.
Why does he like quit? Okay, I think he'll do it, I'm assuming. He competed
I
last.
also assume he's going to do it. I'll say Lucas third.
If he does it, then Lucas. What about Isaac Lata?
Yeah, he'll do it.
And so yeah, he's a taker for the second place. Dwayne, Isaac, and who else? Mantra Shukla.
Oh, he could, yeah. I'll say Mantra third if Lucas isn't there.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if Mantra's there actually.
that's more or less the podium. Square one. Who is good at square one? Lucas.
Dwayne and Lucas. I don't think Lucas did square one either.
Why does he quit so many events?
No, I don't think
Okay, no,
he has one,
he's done
actually.
it.
Yeah,
He's done it
done
at
once.
Welcome Back. I don't know. I think
Yes.
Dwayne, then Lucas. Dwayne, Lucas, who else?
I don't know who even podiumed at the last one, I think. Did Jasper podium?
What about Noel Kim?
I don't think he'll be there either. I haven't seen him in a while. I'll go with Dwayne, then Lucas, and then Jasper.
No, Tim Shee. He's
Okay, yeah,
NR5.
Dwayne, Lucas, and then Tim. I'll change my answer.
Tim is actually NR5 for Squan. I think he could do it.
Oh yeah, probably. I think he's actually better than he is at comp. Like, better than his actual comp results. Okay, Mega Migs.
Mega.
I would say this is close. Alexander and James both average like low 40s, mid.
I think James will take it.
mid-40s.
I think James will take first.
I'm gonna have to say that Alexander's probably gonna win at the stage he's at. I think
Oh.
James has been pretty similar at the way he's been averaging, but Alexander's just been grinding, and he does way better in comp than he does at home,
Ooh,
which is really weird.
that's
Like I think his
crazy.
home single isn't that much better than his comp single.
Okay, James Alexander. Who will get third? Will Finn Trask come? No, right? Or will he?
Jasper, surely. Jasper got like a 58 average last time, I think. Or 56.
No, 57.
57, yeah.
So
I'm
either
gonna say Jasper
Finn if he
third.
comes, or Jasper, in my opinion.
Okay, so we got first and two swapped around and then Jasper, okay.
Okay,
And now the controversial one here.
Clock. Okay, so I'd say you'll come
I don't want to speak
first.
for this one, I don't want to sound biased.
So Liam will come first.
Yeah. Also, keep in mind there's a guy who's never competed before who averages 6.5 as well.
Who is that?
Daniel Fraser.
That's odd. What do you average?
6.5.
Nah, so then he'll probably get the comp nerves. You're probably used to what it's like in comp.
So he has done an unofficial comp before and Clark. And he, I think he DNF'd his average and only had one sub-7 single. So...
Yeah, so you
I'm-
and then
I'm not sure.
and then that Fraser dude, you and then Fraser, and who's David Lim?
Oh, he lives in the UK. He's not coming, I don't think.
And Eunice
They don't compete anymore. The last comp was 2018, I think.
of 2017.
So I'd say, I mean, a lot of people have improved. Like since lockdown, there's so many new clock people. So I'm gonna say me and then, or me then Daniel, or Daniel and then me. I'm not
and
sure.
third?
I hope it's me and then Daniel. And then I'm gonna say Alex Taylor.
Alex
He
what?
averaging on 7 now.
What's his name?
Alex Taylor.
Oh, I don't even see him in the top 30.
Yeah, he averages like 7 now. He's been practicing a lot.
Okay, so yeah, that's you, David, Fraser, and then Alex.
No, Daniel Fraser.
Daniel, sorry.
Yeah, it's gonna be really scary. I'm not looking forward to it, honestly.
Okay, 3x3 100.
Dwayne.
Yeah, of course.
Actually, I kind of want Oliver to win for once. Like in terms of, not for once, but I want Dwayne to not win for once. Because, I mean, if Oliver wasn't in the Supreme team, which he obviously is, then I'd want Dwayne to win. But Oliver's in the Supreme team, he hasn't been to a comp in a while, I want him to win.
Is he coming?
Because I think so. I think all the Supreme team's coming. But
I'd say Dwayne, or Oliver, one of those two. And who's Jim Zhu?
yeah, Dwayne's had too many podiums this time before another Supreme team to get on.
Jim Zhu?
I'm not sure if Jim's going, actually. I don't know if I've seen him at comps, but I think he still keeps. I'm going to double check this one.
Okay, take a look.
But yeah, I'd say Oliver and Dwayne. I think Oliver's going.
If Jim is
Oliver-
going, then I'd say Jim. Otherwise, I have no idea.
Jim is currently not going, and Oliver is going.
Anyone who's become faster over the few days, I'm not sure.
I'm honestly not sure he's faster OH because it's not really an event you want to keep an eye on. Really, is it? Just not.
Who would be third then? Who will we give the third spot?
I'll go with Adrian. Sure.
Yeah, sure. He's good at 3x3,
I don't
so
think
probably
anyone practices OH really.
except Dwayne.
Yeah, basically, and Oliver, I think. But he has more uni stuff now.
Now let's
Okay,
do
Thakkar FMC.
FMC.
Viewers moves.
Everyone's favorite event. James
Yeah.
Tom,
Yeah, either Tom and then James or James and then Tom.
and then
Tom
Cheng,
is-
and then Cheng.
I mean, Naren has a 23 officially in so I'm not sure. I think he'll make podium.
Tom, James, I think those two are sorted. On who?
Not necessarily. I mean, Naren has in single.
That's true.
And is it sorted? Is FMC sorted by single? I mean, it's
No,
mean, right?
I mean he doesn't have a good mean. I don't know if actually the problem
yeah,
with FMC,
inconsistent.
if anyone DNFs one solve also they're out. They're chucked out of the podium.
Okay, I'll say Tom, James, and Naren, or Tom, Naren, and James.
What about Cheng? He has a decent mean,
Does he?
30.3.
I think I'll stick with Tom, James, and Naren.
Or Cheng, whoever. 3 blind. Tom, then.
I'll say Lucas and then Tom.
Oh, Lucas, sorry. How can I forget? Lucas, Tom Nelson, and Ethan Pan.
I don't think Ethan's going. Doesn't look like he's going.
James,
I'm not sure about James.
anyone sped up?
I don't know who's going to come third, so I'll say Lucas and then Tom and then Alex Taylor, because he averages sub 1. I don't know anyone else who is around that fast.
James has a 40 single. Jim Zhu. Who's Jim Zhu?
He's not going.
Okay, so probably James or your sub 1 guy.
Okay, I want to say Alex.
Okay, Alex or James for third, and Lucas Tom will probably confirm top 2. Okay, 4x4 blindfolded, definitely not Tom.
Yeah, Tom. Tom, and then who else is
Lucas.
doing 4?
Lucas.
Hey, Lucas is doing everything except pyramids, by the way.
Why?
No idea. He doesn't like it anymore. So I'll say Tom, and then Lucas, and then Alex Taylor.
Does he do 4 blind?
He does 5 blind as well, yeah.
I'll say Alex Taylor, or maybe James, I don't know. Depends on who's faster. 5 blind.
5 blind, I'll say the same as well. I'll say Tom, Lucas. I don't know who's going to come third, so I'll say Alex. I don't think his success rate's great in 5 blind, but who has success?
And Tom, Lucas, James for multi-blind.
Yeah, I'll probably say that as well.
Yeah, no one else.
Lucas did 2 out of 2 at the last comp, so not sure.
No, but he'll obviously attempt a lot more because it's a nationals.
Yeah, true. I mean, I think someone's competing against us as a meme.
No, but wait, hold on.
Lucas
has the strangest official results ever.
I can kind of agree with that, yeah. Because Lucas did receive profile.
I spoke to him on Discord the other day. I asked him for like X blinders, 1 scramble. He responded a little late, unfortunately, but yeah. He has very strange official results.
Yeah, look at his multi-blind. It's just like over 10 attempts every time, and then just 2 out of 2. In 3 minutes, sub 3. Yeah. No, I think he will do a bigger attempt next time, unless he's just super lazy. Okay, so that's the full podium, I guess. So I guess we'll look back on that next episode. Yeah, thanks for joining.
Thanks for having me, guys. Have a nice day.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
That was the KRCA Podcast, brought to you by speedcube.co.nz.